Hey everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be my monthly makeup haul. I've started this project on my channel where I'm sharing absolutely everything I bought the month prior and then giving you some little speed reviews on anything that I have used significantly enough so that I can give you my opinion. I've already shared January, so if you'd like to check that out, I will be sure and link it up in the cards for you. We have a lot to get through, but before we begin, if you're new here, I'm Yori. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you do enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me and consider subscribing if you would like to see more content like this. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into the haul. My first purchase last month was prompted by the Ulta Diamond Gift Day. And I was doing a video, I was just trying new makeup and I was chattering on about one of the foundations I picked up as a diamond gift, and a lot of you were telling me that you were not aware about this diamond gift. And essentially, if you are diamond at Ulta, usually it's the first Monday of every month. However, this month it didn't work that way, I think because of the 21 days of beauty. But on the first Monday of every month, they send you an email with a code. It's like, an alphanumeric code that you can use for a specific item of their choosing as a free gift if you purchase $25 or more. And if you're a beauty lover, that's very easy to do. However, it does kind of prompt you to do a little more shopping than you would normally. So if you didn't know about it, maybe it was for the best. However, if you do shop at Ulta frequently enough, then you shouldn't be turning down a freebie. So keep an eye on your emails. I did give you the dates of when those emails went out for February, so you could just check your spam. Maybe it's going in there, but it's definitely something that comes in through your email and usually very early in the morning. Like for me, it's around like 6:30 Central Standard Time in the morning. All that to say, my first purchase was on February 3rd and it was prompted by the diamond gift that day. I ended up spending $43 and I purchased these 3 Half Magic single shadows. I've heard a lot of great things about these, specifically from Lauren May Beauty, and I've seen other people share them on their channels as well. So I picked up a few that were in stock that day. I picked up Blushing Lizard, Unicorn Core, and Swamp Goddess. So these are $13 a piece. I really like Half Magic so far as a brand. The things I've tried from their brand have been pretty nice. I have not, however, gotten around to trying these single shadows. They come in this like compostable clamshell packaging. I've been trying to keep an eye out for that palette that they have so that I can purchase that and then maybe some more single shadows, but I haven't gotten around to doing that. Let me go ahead and open all these up. So here are the 3 shades that I have. This is Blushing Lizard, Unicorn Core, and Swamp Goddess. They're very iridescent. I wouldn't describe the texture as creamy. It doesn't feel damp, but it also doesn't feel chunky. It feels creamy when going on in a swatch. So here are those shades for you. Very pretty. They're very iridescent. You can see what's kind of left on my fingertips. However, I really can't share anything to their performance because I didn't get around to trying those shadows, despite them being the first item I actually ordered. I'll have to report back on those, but here are your swatches. Based on the swatches, I kind of like the Unicorn Core shade and the Swamp Goddess just because I really love those green shades. It's got like, every time I turn my hand, it looks like a different color, so then I can't tell which one is which. But see, right now this is looking red. But on the screen, it looks more green. So these are definitely shifty shades and a lot of fun. But Swamp Goddess and Unicorn Core are the ones that I'm kind of leaning towards the most, just based on swatches. It's interesting because Half Magic was doing a gift with purchase also. So since I purchased those, I did receive a gift with purchase that was 3 items. The first item was this lip product. It is their Mouth Cloud lip color, and I have mine in the shade Mango Brownie. I have worn this in a video, and I really like this. It's a liquid lipstick, but it is like a more moussey texture. It's a thinner, more moussey texture, really pretty color. It reminds me a lot of the Lisa Eldridge liquid lipsticks in that they are a thinner formula and they give you a little bit of playtime on your lips. They don't like fully dry down and make your lips get all crusty. They don't do that. So these are actually a really nice option, and Half Magic is on the more affordable side when considering makeup brands. I enjoyed that and it was a freebie. The other freebie I haven't used, it was this, it's like a stencil for eyeliner, since, you know, the Half Magic founder was the makeup artist for Euphoria, I guess, and they have all that graphic liner looks and everything on that show. I only watched like one episode. I don't know what it was about it. I think it was like all the drug use or something, but it didn't really speak to me right away. Maybe I gotta try it again. Let me know if you like that show. Anyway, this is a stencil for like liner, and I haven't really used that. And the other thing I gave away to my daughter, they were face gems, and she wears those to work, and she wears them out as well. So I went ahead and I gave her those. And now the diamond gift on that day was this Polite Society foundation. It has niacinamide, willow bark. It's called the More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation. I've used this a couple of times, and I have to say I'm actually really impressed. My shade is in the shade Very Light W, which is interesting because I don't consider myself a very light skin tone. They have a wide shade range. I had to pick based on what I saw online, but I think I did pretty well. It's a little bit on the yellow side, which is what I think saves it, since it is more on the light side as well. But either way, I can make it work pretty well. And I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, but my pump was faulty from the very beginning. I was pumping, nothing would come out. And then I saw that it was kind of leaking around here, and I removed the pump, I cleaned it up, I put it back in, and still it doesn't pump properly. It never did, so it's kind of messy, which isn't good. I think I just got a faulty pump. But the foundation itself, I have to say, is really nice. I have dry skin. My concerns are fine lines, wrinkles settling into the skin, clinging to dry patches, things like that. And I have to say that for a more natural finish to matte finish foundation, this performs pretty well on my dry skin. So if you enjoy that kind of finish, this might be a nice one to look into. And I know that they do have a lot of shades, but I don't really pay too much attention to the Polite Society display when I'm at Ulta, and I'm not really there that often either. So I can't say if it's a good shade range, but I know that they have a lot of shades. Either way, it's a good foundation. It's fun to try out something new, and I liked it. I will use it again whenever I'm looking for more of a natural finish, but my personal preference is a more dewy finish, just because, again, dry skin, it tends to look and sit better on my skin throughout the day. Now, I made a second purchase on Ulta Beauty the same day, and this one was for $35.28. That includes tax, shipping. Any expense that I have, I count it. That one I made on the same day because I had another coupon code, not this one, for the diamond anniversary gift. So basically, when you achieve diamond level at Ulta, then about a month later, they send you another email, and you have a choice of things to select as a gift for your anniversary. And I chose the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Toner. Toner is one of my favorite steps in my skincare routine. I can't give you any information about this one just yet because I have some other toners in progress and I haven't opened this one. But this one says it's for all skin types, mild yet effective toner, helps refine surface texture while providing ideal preparation for classic ultra face moisturizer. They're trying to sell you their whole line, but either way, I'm looking forward to trying this out. I've heard good things about the Kiehl's line. I don't think I've tried anything from the Kiehl's line. My mother, I believe, has the moisturizer and she likes it fine. So that was what I selected as my diamond anniversary gift. But you still have to purchase something to be able to cash out that. And then I think you also get a 10 off 50, which I used later on because, again, it's another coupon code. It's such a racket. But what I picked up was this little holiday trio set from RMS Beauty. So this is what I bought, and then I got the Kiehl's toner for free. So this is a set of 3 minis of the Lip to Chic products, and it's supposed to be a lip and cheek products. I have the shade Elusive, Spell, and Beloved. I was most interested in the shade Beloved, and I was thinking about buying just the full size of this shade. It's a red shade. There was a lot of chatter about the Victoria's Secret runway using red blush and on and on. And some of the recommended shades were one of Merit's red shades or this one by RMS Beauty, and I was interested in trying it out. And I figured instead of buying a large single one, then try a couple of shades in case this one didn't work out for me. But I used that one and it was nice. I also used this one in the shade Spell. Very nice neutral blushy tone. This one I haven't used. This one is in the shade Elusive. And you know, I don't like these on the lips. They have kind of like a waxy vibe. I don't feel like they are super pigmented on the lips. They don't really last. And it just, I don't know, it has a waxy kind of smell or taste. just something is not pleasant for them on the lips. But I do like them as cheek products, and the red shade did work out just fine. I've worn it a couple of times already, along with the Spell shade, and a little bit goes a long way. So really there's nothing wrong with having the minis, especially since this is one of those clean beauty lines that they don't put good preservative in their products and they kind of go bad pretty quick. So I selected that trio and cashed in my diamond gift. Oh, rewind back to the first day. I did also get the Cocoa Kind Ceramide Lip Blur Balm as a gift with purchase on the diamond day. And this was just a gift with any purchase. You just had to add it to your cart. Again, it was advertised in that email. And it's just a little tinted lip balm. There's no fragrance to this, and even though it is tinted, it doesn't really tint your lips. Like, I don't notice any color. It's comfortable. I like it. It's pleasant to use. It stays on reasonably well for a lip balm, but my preference will always be for the Ole Henriksen. But I have this one by Cocoa Kind, and it's good. It works. I've been using it. Very nice freebie as well. I held on pretty strong not buying anything until February 13th, which was the launch of those Charlotte Tilbury palettes. They actually launched on the Charlotte Tilbury website earlier, but I figured I may as well get them from Sephora or Ulta to again kind of get my points and things like that. So at Sephora, I actually ended up paying full price for these. They're $60 a piece. I did have a $5 credit card reward, which I cashed in, so my total that day was $128.22. And I picked up Diamond Dimension and Emerald Effect. The following day, I had a $20 off a $100 purchase at Ulta that they send out also through emails. And then I also cashed in $50 in points. So I made a purchase at Ulta on the 14th for $55.13. Actually, I misspoke. At Sephora, I bought the Emerald Effect and the Super Neutral. So those two were at Sephora. At Ulta, I bought Denim Dimension, and Sensual Sunset, which is the warm neutral one. This is the only one that I haven't used of the 5 that I have. So for these two, I paid $55.13. So that was a great discount. I think these are great palettes, but they are expensive. So then I did the same thing on Beautylish, where I had $40 in rewards, and I used it to purchase this Pink Love palette. So this one, I paid $26.15 for it. I'm going to go ahead and open all of these and show them to you. Here you have Emerald Effect, and this one is Super Neutral. So these were my initial selections, and I bought these from Sephora. Here you have Denim Dimension, and I did a short with this one. I also did a makeup video with Emerald Effect and Super Neutral. Here you have Sensual Sunset, and this is the one that I have not yet used. I haven't used it because it's a more neutral, warm color story, and I have these types of shadows or these types of shades in a lot of palettes. But those Diamond Dimension and Pop shadows, they are really something special. So I am looking forward to getting this one on my eyes as well. And here you have Pink Love. I was wearing this one in my most recent video. Those Crystal Pop shades, the Diamond Dimension shades, they are so gorgeous. They totally transform your look. The mattes are blendable and easy to build. They are great. So my purchase at Beautylish was also on the 14th, and like I said, that was $26.15. So I have 5 of the 6, and my plan is to purchase the purple one. I think it's Lilac Love, maybe something like that. It's the purplish one. I plan to purchase that one during the Sephora sale because honestly, I love these. And I think that they should be permanent. Absolutely. If you have a color story that you like, I would definitely recommend picking it up. I don't think that you would be sorry. And then I would suggest, being clever like I was and finding a way to get a discount on them. My next purchase was from Nordstrom, and I bought the Tom Ford number 47 Olive Smoke palette. I did have $20 in Nordstrom notes from my credit card rewards on that one. And so this is a $95 palette. Oh my gosh, and I haven't even used this one yet. And the total cost of this one was $84.74. Here's what that palette looks like. This is supposed to be like the cream formula, but there's something that changed about the formula. It's not exactly the same as the original creme quads. It's listed that way on Sephora and it was listed that way on Nordstrom, but I know there's something different about this formula. And this was a purchase that was influenced by Monique from Mo Makeup, Mo Beauty. I saw her use this on her channel. She has a great channel. Definitely recommend you check her out. She does a whole series, Tom Ford Tuesdays, where she does some video themed around Tom Ford's beauty line on Tuesday. And I had just recently seen her use this and it looks so beautiful, especially this olive shade. I love green eyeshadow. And so I couldn't resist picking it up. It's also one of those things that's limited edition. And so, you know, if you don't get it, then it goes away and then everybody makes a big fuss about it and then you're stuck with FOMO. At least I get stuck with FOMO and I don't like that. So I did pick it up. I also saw it on Martina Lily's channel. Looks great. I'll definitely be doing a look with this one very soon. My next purchase was from Sephora because I got one of those $100 Rouge rewards, and the Westman Atelier bronzing drops had recently launched, as well as the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. So even though these are two very pricey items, my out-of-pocket cost was actually $30.11, which I think is, you know, hashtag winning. So we'll go over the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. I tried these both in the same video. Here's what that one looks like. It's a beautiful, warm, neutral, peachy color story. And you know, I haven't used this that much. I did use it in the video and I think once or twice more. However, I find that a lot of the looks, they're kind of same but different because the tones are so similar, and I don't think that there's anything in here that you wouldn't necessarily have elsewhere in your Natasha Denona collection. I am a Natasha Denona collector. I have almost all of her palettes. This one has such nice packaging, doesn't it? But since I have all her palettes, I wanted to have this one as well. And again, I paid $30 for both of these items, so I think at that price point, you know, it's no question, it's fine. It's good quality. I have no qualms about the quality, but it's just the color story is not the most inspiring in my personal opinion. So if you were on the fence about this one, I don't think it's groundbreaking. The liquid bronzing drops from Westman Atelier, I've really been enjoying. This packaging is so cute. It's smaller than you would think, but you do get a full ounce of product in here. And, you know, it's a little bit messy. So you do have to shake it before you use it. And I've used it a couple of times by now. I did use it in that trying new makeup video. What I found is that the best thing to do, instead of shaking it while it's closed, it's better to open it, put your finger there, and then shake. Because if you do it the other way, some of the product just comes up. I don't know if pressure builds up or what, but then it comes up and it's kind of messy, which I don't enjoy messy makeup products. So I find that doing it that way helps contain the mess. Aside from that, the product is really nice. It's really pretty. It's curious because even though it's a liquid formula, which you would expect to kind of give you a luminosity, it's really more of a matte finish or a natural finish. It can change depending on what base you have it on. So if I were to be wearing it today, which I'm not wearing this today, but if I were, it would have more of a matte look to it because my foundation is more of a flat finish. But if you have it over something more dewy, then obviously it kind of adapts that color too. So it's very flexible. I've seen some people mention that they're using it to mix in with the foundation if they need, you know, like a summer shade or something like that. That's something you can do, but it applies beautifully over the skin. I personally use this more as a bronzer than a contour because of the color. I have the shade Soleil Parfait number 2. So this is the second shade in a range of 4. And my final purchase in February was from Adept Cosmetics, and this was on February 26th. The Bloom palette was on February 25th. So I think I did pretty well in February. I mean, I have a lot of items here, but I think I was really smart about my purchases, and I definitely got a lot of discounts. So with Adept, it was on the 26th, and I had a 50% off coupon. So if you join Adept's mailing list and you sign up for like notifications on a restock or something like that, I had signed up for notifications on the restock of Vivette. When I was doing my makeup palette video, I mentioned that somehow Vivette just escaped me and I didn't pick it up. I have all of Adept Cosmetics palettes, and this is just one that it kind of got away from me. I think it launched at the end of last year, and so I signed up for notifications, and right when it was going to come back in stock, they sent me an email for 50% off, which is great because these are pricey. So I ended up paying $40. The retail price of the palette is $62, but I got half off, and then, you know, you gotta pay shipping. So it was $40 that I paid for this one. I haven't gotten around using this one, but here's what that looks like. Beautiful shades. I think the reason why initially I wasn't as drawn to this one is because the matte shadows, which, you know, they kind of alternate, like they're a little bit more colorful. And then also Adept's matte formula is not like their strength. It's fine. I can work with it for sure, but it's not what I go to Adept Cosmetics for. I go to Adept Cosmetics for these special shimmers. Anyway, all that being said, I just missed out on this palette somehow. And I'm glad that they restocked it. I had asked on their Instagram when they were planning to restock, and they kind of gave me the information, so I kind of had it on my radar. And so I'm glad I picked it up. I'm looking forward to using it. The shimmers look very beautiful, especially, I guess, the namesake shadow, Vivette. So let me know if you'd be interested in seeing it look with this one. I know a lot of you enjoyed seeing the Minka palette review as well, or maybe it was more because of the Wayne Goss brushes. I don't know, but that was last month. Anyway, I don't love this packaging. It reminds me of like, I don't know, like 80s pantyhose. I don't love this packaging, and they did this in a couple of palettes, so I'm glad they're doing away with that, and they are having those like clamshell palettes like Natasha Denona, very similar to the packaging of the Bloom palette actually, and they are just going to release the Emo palette on Friday, so I'm very excited. I'm going to be picking that up for sure. It's got green. That's everything that I picked up in the month of February. There's a couple things that I just haven't gotten around to using, but a lot of it I did. And hopefully this video was helpful if you were curious about any of those items. If there's something that I haven't yet used on my channel that you would like to see me feature, let me know what that is, and I'll be happy to pull it into an upcoming video. And now it's time for the grand total. So in February, I spent $442 with 63 cents, and all of that was makeup. When I shared my previous haul for January, I mentioned that I was kind of separating tools like makeup brushes and things like that, especially because they're so expensive. And I'm kind of counting that as a separate category. So I do tell you if I bought anything like that, but I'm not really counting it towards my budget, at least not Food Aid, because it's really, really expensive. Anyway, that being said, we're already well through March, and I'm keeping track of what I'm purchasing. Oh my gosh, I bought so many palettes. Why did I buy so many palettes? I think it's just, you know, I was having more of a down month. It's my birthday month, but that's not really why I was down. I was down mostly because I keep trying to buy a house and it's just not working out. There's one that I really wanted, and we were really close to the finish line. Inspection, everything was going really well. And when it came to the appraisal, the house did not appraise at the value that the seller wanted for the house. And if it doesn't appraise, you know, the bank doesn't give you the loan. So you either have to put cash, and then lots of cash too, to cover the difference, or the seller has to come down in price. And we tried to kind of find a happy medium with her, but she was not having it. And we didn't get the house. And that happened way back in August. And then we tried again in September. And it happened again. And now the house has started dropping in price. Anyway, long story. Like, you know, I'm whining over here when I know there's a lot more serious things going on in the world. So I will be quiet. I will keep trying to find a house. It's just challenging right now. And I definitely realize how lucky I am that I'm even in a position where I can look for houses. But all that to say, what I'm noticing is rather than putting my money into those, you know, house funds, I'm spending it on more frivolous things. Not that I don't enjoy all these beautiful things, but it's definitely more frivolous. And so, yeah, I gotta keep tabs on that and try not to let my emotions do, you know, retail therapy. It's not good. Gotta rein it in, but stay tuned for March's haul because that one should be interesting. That's going to be it for my February haul. Again, let me know if you saw anything here that you would like to see featured more on my channel or you were curious about. I would love to know if you've tried any of these items and if we have the same opinion or if you had a different experience. I always love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. I really appreciate it. It really helps my channel. And consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so that you are notified of all my future uploads. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your day with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon on my next one. Bye-bye.